Ah, fear. Fear is a funny little thing. You know what I mean? Fear, what scares me doesn't scare you. What stops you doesn't stop me. And fear is one of those things, a funny little thing in manifesting when we're trying to achieve a better life for ourselves and manifest set intentions, success development, no matter what you want to talk about. Fear is a funny little devil. You know what I mean? And when you think about the devil, it's all in our mind. Fear's made up. It's not real. Okay. But it's something that will just stop us dead in our tracks and make us run back to our comfort zone. That's why fear is kind of very funny. And I experienced fear lately the last 2-3 weeks. I've been kind of moving forward in faith and belief. We all have our little fear barrier. We all have things that scares us that we don't want to move forward. Okay. Well, one of mine is that I really have trouble spending money on myself. Okay. And one of the things I've wrote down a year ago is actually upgrading all my equipment. Okay. Just because I've been making new videos, I work in IT too. Had a fly on me there for a second. I work in IT too. Plus I have an office in the United States, office here in Thailand. So I needed to upgrade some of my equipment. Of course that costs money. You know what I mean? And it's funny how fear, and this has been a fear ever since I was a kid. I don't know why I've had this, but I don't like to spend money on myself. When it comes to spending money, I'll hold back. You know what I mean? I'll just go without. You know what I mean? That's why fear is funny. Okay, it's some of the things that hold us back and just stop us dead in our tracks. To the grand scheme of things, it's kind of comical when we sit back and think about it. Okay, even though, you can see the mic on me right here. This mic right here is probably like a $350 mic. But I needed it because I couldn't even hardly film down here because of the background sound. It takes out the background sound like mad. So it ups my game. It helps me create better quality videos, helps me create better audio. I can share a lot more because I can come outside and not try to find little nook areas where the sound is crazy good. Okay. A few weeks ago, I just upgraded my whole computer system upstairs. Okay. Then maybe like 3-4 days ago, I had to upgrade my computer because I stuck more memory on it just so I could have more, just be able to do more at the same time. Just because I compress videos, like all that stuff, all that jazz that take up a lot of resources off your computer. Okay. Then recently, I don't have it yet, but I'm excited. And I know I'm talking about myself here, but I just want to show you how fear holds you back. And I haven't got it yet, but I ordered it. It's coming. Ordered a pod mic. Okay. Probably a $300 pod mic for my desktop computer. That way when I'm doing videos there, I can actually hook up to my phone too to have great audio when I'm at the computer. That just ups my videos because I can start doing more that I need more clean, crisp audio. And this might not have nothing to do with you. But all this stuff costs money. Now, probably over the last 3 weeks, I probably spent close to $3,000 on myself. Okay, and it's for me. I'm just like, you know what I mean? And I've been doing without for several years. This is a needed upgrade. But I'm scared. The whole 3-4 weeks, maybe not 4, but the whole probably 3 weeks. I'm constantly doing research, constantly thinking about it. I'm thinking about how I'm flipping exhausted. Okay. And then finally I was just like, dude, I need to move forward and order this stuff. I just need to step in faith and belief that if you want to walk around and be like, I'm a millionaire, I'm a multi-millionaire. Well, what would a multi-millionaire do? He's going to order it and get it and not think twice about it. Okay. But this is the key I want to share with you. I heard this a long time ago by, forget his name right now, having a brain fart. But that's not really important. Is if you're cheap as a millionaire, if you're cheap spending $5, $10, you're going to be cheap as a millionaire. I think I said that in reverse. Okay. If you're cheap now, when you don't have money, you're going to be cheap as a millionaire. Okay. If you don't like to spend money now, you're not going to like to spend money when you have a lot of money. When money is coming to you so fast, you don't even know what to do with. Okay. It's true. That's kind of my situation. because it's been like that since I was a kid. I'm showing you the grass like I'm showing you something important. It's been like that as a kid. And I don't know, it's because maybe I've heard my parents argue about money, discuss about money in a negative way or something like that, that made me a little bit more of an empath and more sensitive to spending money. I mean, I'm sure it's something like that. But even as a kid, mom gave me money, I never spent it. I just give it right back to her. Okay, my sister would be like, why, you never even bought me something to drink when we would go somewhere, you know? But that's the thing you have to understand. If you're cheap now, when you have millions of dollars in the bank, guess what? You're still going to be cheap. And I heard one of my friends say this. He said, he at this time, he already made millions of dollars. And he's like, he told me, he's like, when it comes to spending money on my business, I can spend millions of dollars on my business. I can do a Facebook ad and put $500,000 on a Facebook ad. But yet, when it comes down to spending time with my wife, going on great vacations, producing memories, he's just like, why do I have to do that? Like that was like a fear barrier to him. It was just like, why waste that money? You know what I mean? Until he kind of wrapped his mind around it, and now he goes on vacations and producing memories and stuff like that. And that's where I learned that from, is it's like, or I resonated with him anyway, because I'm kind of the same way. If you're cheap with $5 or $10, you're going to be cheap with $5 or $10 when you got $1 million in the bank. Okay. And I know I got off on a little tangent there. Kind of started talking about fear, but fear is a funny game. Fear is a funny word. Fear is funny because we all have different barriers of fear. We all have things that we fear in our mind. It's all made up in our mind. We don't like it, but it shuts us down. That's what we have to understand. It stops us. Okay, it stops us dead in our tracks, and we actually backpedal and run backwards into a safe zone. That's what fear does. Okay. But what we have to understand is, and this is very important here, don't click off this video, so I'm kind of getting to the climax of the video, is you have to push through this fear to get to your promised land. You have to push through this fear to get to what you really want. Is that a dream house or dream car? Your dream career? Your dream salary? You want to be a millionaire? Maybe you want to give to charities, help people out, help your family, whatever it is. You're going to have fear. You're going to have so much fear right before that happens. Lots of times it works this way, especially for big intentions, because you're becoming a new version of yourself and you're scared. Okay. And it's just like the example, a long example I gave you about me buying all this equipment and stuff like that. And I set this intention like a year ago, and I wrote everything down, and I have money to buy. Listen to this. This is comical. I have money to actually buy it, but I don't because of fear. You know what I mean? And that's what's kind of comical with this, because maybe, wouldn't it be funny? Wouldn't it be hilarious a little bit? I set a certain intention, but all I need to do is buy all this equipment, and that would bust through the fear barrier because I have that money fear of spending money. And right after I buy all my equipment, set it up, start using it, 2-3 weeks later, I get my attention. Sometimes when manifesting happens, it happens in such funny ways, and it comes to us as funny things. Sometimes it's a test, because we have to become that version. We have to become that successful version of ourselves, and you have to bust through this fear. And anything can shut you down. Okay, you might not struggle with money. You might not struggle with spending money. You might say, Chad, I have no problem spending money. You know what I mean? But there's something that will totally hold you back. There is something that totally will stop you dead in your tracks. And you almost, it's all in your mind, but you almost will just shake because you're so scared to move forward. But you have to walk in faith and not in sight. You have to walk in belief and not in sight. You can't be scared of your 3D world. You have to be able to see the unseen in every situation. Okay? You might be struggling right now This is what I mean by seeing the unseen. You might be struggling right now today, but you see yourself not struggling. You might be struggling with money, but you see yourself living in your dream place. Okay. That's how this stuff works. And you get better and better at it. And, I fall into traps too. Okay. It's not like I don't fall into traps. Okay. That's why I talk about this, You have to be able to see the unseen. Now I'm really good at seeing the unseen with setting my intentions, seeing places I want to live, seeing my dream car, seeing my multi-million dollar checking account, being a multi-millionaire. Okay. But you need to take it a step further, because seeing the unseen, we get tied up in our 3D world. Okay. How do we get tied up in our 3D world? Oh, BB's my agent here. BB's flaky. BB always takes forever to respond to my text. BB always takes forever to fix things in the condo. Why BB so flaky? And my mind can go down the rabbit hole of this. But what we have to understand, when we're constantly thinking this way, the example I gave you, I'm proven right. Okay? That's how the universe works. I'm proven right. What I mean by that is, whatever you think about is going to come into your reality. Whatever you think about, you're proven right. Okay, you're not wrong, you're right. Again, this example, I'm not wrong, I'm right. BB is flaky. But that's what's proven to me in my 3D world. She's always flaky. But seeing the unseen in this situation is when I start thinking about it and it starts agitating me. I sit there and sometimes I say out loud, BB's not flaky. She's never flaky with me. She's always on time. She's on it. She texts me right back. She needs to fix something. She's right there fixing it. And that's why I repeat over and over and over. That's seeing the unseen. Okay, this is one of the ways you control your 3D world. It's almost like the revision technique. I'm kind of using Neville Gollard's revision technique, where you're revising your day. Something negative happens in your day or something you don't like, and you revise it. You go in your imagination and you play that scene over, but you play it exactly how you wanted it to go. You have to be able to see the unseen. That's why you walk in faith and not by sight. You walk in belief and not by sight. What's sight? Sight is your 3D world. Sight is what you see with your 5 senses. See, hear, smell, taste, touch. Okay. What you see in your 3D world isn't real. You've created that. That's what you have to understand. And the more I do this, the more I understand that I created my world, then I can control my thoughts. And one of the ways is see the unseen. This wraps around with fear, This fear is a silly little booger, okay? And the more you digest fear, the more you just kind of become aware where this fear is coming from. It's made up in our mind. You have to be able to see the unseen. You have to still be able to walk. You still have to be able to move forward. The fear is not going to go away, okay? This isn't about, Chad, how do I get rid of fear? How can I not be scared? Okay, but here I'm going to tell you something, is you have to learn how to manage fear. That's the key here. Fear's not going to go away, but you have to learn how to manage it. You can't let it scare you, okay? When I'm pushed up to my fear barrier with this tree right here, okay, I'm not going to turn and run down the road. I'm not going to turn and run back. And that's what we do. We turn and run back to our comfort zone. This fear right here, I still need to just be able to walk forward. I might be scared. I'm still going to be scared. I'm still have fear, but I'm still slowly walking forward. I'm still moving forward, even though I'm scared shitless. I'm learning how to manage fear. Fear is not going to go away. It's just you learn how to manage it. You get better and better and better at that. It's not crippling you. Okay. That's basically what you're trying to do. Same way I've heard, I used to work in entertainment for 15 years. I've heard celebrities talk about this all the time. And some celebrities will give examples. They're like, one of the reasons I work in entertainment is because, or I wanted to become an actor or actress is because I didn't want fear to hold me back. It was something I was scared to do, and I didn't want fear to hold me back. I didn't want to be too scared to go to an audition. or I didn't want to be too scared to to sit up in front of everybody and perform. I didn't want fear to hold me back. Isn't it amazing? Because they were still scared. They were still nervous, but they didn't let they didn't let, I almost said skill or Skittles. Think about Skittles right now. I go off on a commercial. I'm doing a Skittles commercial. But they didn't let fear hold them back. They learned how to manage fear. Okay. And the better you get at managing fear, better you get like, dude, I'm not going to flip and die from doing this. Then you learn how to manage it. You become more and more confident. You know, then that strong fear, then it just turns into like nerves. You're a little bit nervous because you've learned how to manage it so well. But those are some key takeaways. Like fear is not going to go away. Okay. Don't think it's going to go away. Okay. Even for me, fear is not going to go away. All I'm doing is learning how to manage it. All I'm doing is still walking forward and moving forward slowly to my destination. I'm not letting it stop me and me running backwards and never come against that fear barrier. See, that's the thing you have to understand. Some of you might be thinking, oh my God, I wish fear would go away. I wish fear would go away. But it's not going to go away. You got to learn how to manage it. And the better you manage it, the better you get with it, then fear won't stop you no more. You'll be nervous, but fear won't stop you. And before we go here, I kind of share with you a little bit is it's easier when it comes to managing fear. For me, it's easier to start small than kind of move up. Okay, move up the scale. Okay, it's easier to start doing little things that kind of scare you or you're nervous about. Okay, start small. And it's hard to give you examples because we're all different. Fear holds us back in many different ways because fear knows you best. You know what I mean? It's almost the devil knows you best. Devil knows all your weaknesses, what you're fucking scared about. Okay? But start with small stuff and not let it shut you down. Okay? It might be something as simple as you go out to eat and you've always been kind of the passive one when it comes to, you know, who's going to pay, who's going to, you always hang back. If you're in a crowd of your friends, there's 5 of your friends, you're always the last one hanging back there thinking, oh, what are we going to do? You know what I mean? So then maybe you take charge. Okay? Maybe you step up and just pay for it. Okay? That's like fear. Okay? Start with small things. Then you get better with the small things. Then when you come up with bigger things, bigger obstacles, bigger things that scare the shit out of you, you can manage it. Because it's almost like you're a boxer or you're an athlete and you've been doing these little mediocre fights. You know what I mean? You're winning. Then once you come up against a real challenger, you're more confident. That's why I start small and raise up big. Start getting some successes under you. Then that produces your confidence a lot. But anyway, just want to share that with you guys. And since something has been on my mind, lately the last 3-4 weeks, was I've been upgrading everything, and that I have that sense of fear in me. But it's amazing at the same time how that fear goes away. Like once I buy everything, set it up, my mind just switches. Like, dude, I should have done this way sooner. I should have did this a year ago. Why did I wait so long? Dude, it's awesome. You know what I mean? Like, and that's what I'm feeling now. Like that total fear goes away. But I can tell you, 100%, the last few weeks, like it's almost like every other day, my stomach was in knots. Serious. Like knots. I didn't like it, but I still moved forward. I still did it. I still conquered it. And when you conquer a fear, dude, be happy, be grateful. Celebrate. You know what I mean? Because you didn't let fear hold you back. But anyway, friends, kind of like rambled on and on for about 20 minutes here. But anyway, peace be with you. Blessings to you, by the way. Comment below. Love to hear from you. Love to hear your thoughts. Anyway, love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video.